Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Danmachi Season 4 episode number 2 reaction. Alright, the previous episode. It was kind of like an intro episode, you could say. We got to see how everyone was preparing to go to the dungeon and go deeper into the dungeon. Belle wants to become stronger, obviously, because like the whole thing in the previous season that happened, the whole thing with Weene and all. And he can see how he needs to get stronger. Obviously, his original goal to catch up to Ice. I'm pretty sure that's also a reason why. But also he wants to become stronger because unless and until you gain strength, no one would listen to you or look at you. And for him to actually accomplish his goal of making all these Xenoses being accepted by the humans, he needs to gain power, and he needs everyone's attention on him, so that like when everyone's attention is on him, then and only when he'll say something, people will listen. Like at this level that he is now, he can try and tell everyone like how Xenoses are not a threat to humanity, this and that. He can say all of that, no one will listen. But imagine if Bell becomes like level 8 or 10, something like that, and he's like the strongest character. If he says something like that, his words will have weight in it, and people will listen and try to look at the way he's explaining it, and actually think about whether he's correct or not. So yeah, he needs that strength, and obviously for himself to protect Rene and the Xenos himself, he needs strength. Because of all that reason, he wants to go deeper down, he wants to keep going. And he has his friends with him, the Hestia family. Obviously two more familiars join him, the Takemi Kazuchi familia, and also Miya's familia. And Aisha has also joined from she's from Hermes family, I think. She joined Hermes's familia, yeah. Aisha also joined, and we have like a good group of people with us. And yeah, we see in the previous episode how everyone is preparing themselves. Oka asks for an axe from Wealth, while Lily's learning more stuff from Cassandra and Daphne, while Haruhime learned a new magic from Aisha. Who else? What else happened? Chigusa is there. Obviously, Oka has his new weapon, and obviously Belle is there. So yeah, and it started. The journey started in the previous episode. It's going to continue from today, and I'm guessing we're going to see more of dungeon crawling and stuff like that, which we loved about season 1. So let us begin. This is episode number 2. Yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles in the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Oh yeah, and Belle has become level 4. That's also another thing. Okay. Okay, more bees or whatever these things are. Okay. Damn, these are huge. Oh, is that the opening? Okay. Let's see it. Like, we listened to it in the previous episode, but we did not see the visuals. I like the song. The previous episode we listened to the song. It was really good. Let's see how the visuals are. Okay. All the yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a new cat. Is that like another Xenos? That mermaid? Oh, there you go. That's Haruhime's, I'm guessing, new power or whatever. Yo, is that another? Minotaur kind. Okay. No, that's not a Minotaur. Is that a Minotaur? I think so. Okay. So I'm guessing this season will purely be dungeon crawling. That'll be quite good, like all like fighting monsters and everything. Like that's oh, okay. Crafting materials. Okay. Ah, wow. That's quite handy. Well, he's level 4, so yeah, true. Yep. Now time for food. Oh, never mind. I thought it was time for food. Okay, they're making a camp. Interesting. Well, obviously they need to rest somewhere. Yeah, that's true. No, he can differentiate between actual monsters and being a hypocrite is the best choice. True. That's true. That's like facts. This is one thing that I like, that he actually realizes what he's doing is being a hypocrite and he accepts that fact. Hmm. Hmm. Punching his backside? What the? Oh boy. Yep. Yeah. All right. What's he doing? Wait. Why is he? Oh, he's keeping an eye. Hmm. It's true. Oh boy. Oh yeah, it's like limited amount. Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Ugh. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Aisha's pretty strong as well. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a new weapon that he's using. S rank weapon. Oh yeah, the hmm. Oh, yep. High magic conductivity we cannot store. Yeah. One problem. Oh yeah, that's true. Up until now, they were kind of. Oh, oh boy. Hey, she just wants to sleep. Yeah. Yo, let her sleep. She just wants to sleep. She's like, yeah, she's like veteran. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The time when he got went to save Haruhime. All right, back again. Oh, water. This is like a waterfall. There you go, plenty of water. I don't know if this is drinkable, but yeah, it's waterfall, so it should be drinkable. Water City. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, unless and until you know to fly. Oh, what's she doing? Yeah. Hmm. Oh. Oh, okay. Yo. She's struggling. 10 shells of blue crab. Let's go farming then. Okay. But Belle wants to go. I don't know. Let's see what Belle says. Oh, okay. So just play it safe. Like, just don't go deep at the same time. Ah, okay, interesting. Well, okay. Yeah. Okay, monsters. Oh, grab! There you go. Grab them. Damn, those are some huge crabs. What the hell? I thought those were smalls. What's happened to her? Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Kind of go back from monsters. Ah. Yeah. 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 Ah. My God. Please don't fall. I'm. Yeah. Please walk properly. Oh my God. Yeah. Damn. Asus shadow. Okay, please walk a little bit you know, like from the inside. Don't go that much towards the edge. Oh, a rare material. Hmm. Oh, money. Lily. Yeah, they can walk, like, kind of jump around quickly. Oh, really? Oh boy, I feel like. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, nice. Okay, Bell was going to go use his firebolt, but yeah, he stopped because that was okay. Makes sense. Where's the pearl? Wow. Ah. Yeah, so that means this shows how, like, strong adventures are so rich. Hmm. Luvis. Oh, these. Okay. Hmm. Oh boy, what's happening? Oh, is this those people they were talking about? Aina was talking about. Oh, there you go. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. This thing, this Minotaur. Oh. Oh no, that's not a Minotaur. What is that? Oh my. No, that's not a Minotaur. What is that? Enhanced species. Whoa. What's everyone else doing? Come on, support him. Okay. What? What the hell? Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my. Yo, it just goes away. What the hell? Well, that thing is intelligent. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh, that's, oh boy, her prediction. Okay, this is the ending. Okay, wow, this ending is quite nice. Okay, so this will be like a new character. Kind of like Weenie, I'm guessing, probably a Xenos. Oh, wait, what? Okay, is that the end? Yep. Oof, well, okay, I have to say I like the pace that they're going with. It's not rushing too much, it's kind of explaining everything. I feel like if this was like one of the previous episodes where they were rushing, they would have probably included this whole episode in like the 6 to 7 minutes. They would have completed this whole episode in that. So I'm guessing they're taking that time, which I like, obviously them explain, and that would mean like they'll probably give us a lot more details, and this season will probably be a lot more like season one, because season one took its time. That's why season one was so good, and season 2 completely messed it up by rushing through the whole thing, and it just completely made the whole, like they completed the war, the familiar war, in like 1 or 2 episodes or something. Like this, it's just the whole battle like exists, like was completed in 1 episode, which was crazy. Like it just happened so quickly. I'm like, what the hell happened? And also season 3 was okay, fine, nothing much to say about it, but I like the way they're going. And obviously, like I said, the whole dungeon crawling aspect to this show is something that I feel like everyone enjoyed in season 1, and if you get more of that in here, that'll be also kind of interesting. Because for example here, like we see, like going deep down, finding rare materials and fighting monsters, and sometimes like getting into like complicated situations like this, that will be like like very interesting to see how Belle and everyone kind of overcomes them. Now, one thing I feel like is something that will be a little bit, I have to say, sad, that we won't get to see Hestia that much this season. I feel like that. Obviously, we're in the middle of the dungeon. Where the hell will Hestia come from? Hestia is like back in Orario. So maybe we'll get like brief flashbacks of her, not flashbacks, but brief like scenes of her doing her ordinary job, maybe interacting with Hephaestus, this and that, kind of talking about Belle. Maybe that's all the extent we'll get, but actual introduction from Hestia will not get it at all here. Neither Ice as well. Ice will also probably be absent in this whole situation, unless and until Ice is also like on an expedition or like comes here, unless and until that happens. So both of the like main characters, main girls in this show will be missing throughout this whole this thing, I'm guessing. So that's one thing I guess that'll be a little bit, you could say, a little bit sad. But like we'll I'm pretty sure we'll see them after we go back. Now I'm not quite sure, but I've heard this season it has 22 episodes. Like, is that what's happening? You know what? Let me check. Is this like 22 episodes which will be divided into two cours? Is that what's going to happen here? Number of episodes unknown, but I've been like seeing a lot of people say how this like season 4 will have 22 episodes. It can be divided into two cours, but the fact is that it will have 22 episodes, which is I feel like which will be quite good. So either we're going to get to this like in two seasons or two parts, or all at the same time. I'm pretty sure it'll be like broken up into two parts. Probably the first 13 or first 12 episode now, next few episodes maybe like 3 or 4 months later, 3 months later or something. But either way, yeah, let's looking forward to this. Okay, now we begin this episode with them in the dungeon, and we see how how Belle easily just defeated all the monsters, and they're kind of what do you call it, like making taking in stuff, collecting stuff from the dungeon. They're at first they're like kind of collecting moss and everything. I love the fact that they kind of explained why they were taking the moss, and it's such an interesting reason. As Belle said, the dungeon is like living, as we know, this is a living dungeon, so it auto heals or auto repairs itself. That's why, since monsters are also kind of associated with the dungeons, and the dungeons are kind of gives birth to the monsters, taking these things from the dungeon, kind of taking the moss out of it and this and that, facilitates kind of it makes it so that the dungeon auto heals and repairs itself. That's why the whole monsters coming out or monster spawning process gets a little bit delayed, which is such an interesting reason why they were actually collecting those things. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting. I never thought about it that way. And okay, now this kind of shows how Belle got to know this from gathering more information. Aina also helped him kind of told him about these things. So all included, and him himself probably researching about this and his own experience, he got to know all of these little tricks to do here, and which can kind of make your life a lot easier delving in the dungeon. So okay, now obviously everyone's impressed. Chigasa and Oka, both of them are like, wow, you are very good, like level 4 adventure is such a great such a change from us normal adventurers, and like you yourself could easily handle everything. And now Haruhime is a little bit concerned about Belle, because Belle, she obviously she's thinking about the fact that Belle will probably be a little bit hesitant fighting monsters because of the whole Xenos situation. But like I said, monsters and Xenoses, they're different. Monsters are monsters, you need to kill them, otherwise they're going to kill you. But Xenos, they're obviously, they have a conscious, they know what they're doing, they have they have intelligence. So those are different, that they're different. Obviously if he has to fight a Xenos, he'll probably feel a little bit hesitant. But other than that, fighting monsters, I'm pretty sure Belle himself realizes that yeah, you cannot do anything. Now the whole thing in the previous season kind of it's brought up the whole Dix, that guy, I think that's his name was Dix, calling him a hypocrite, and that thing. And Belle explains how after, especially after Fels talked to him, Belle explains how he has accepted the fact that he's a hypocrite, and he knows that and he accepts it, and he's going to still act like a hypocrite and do what he is doing. If if becoming a hero means becoming a hypocrite, then yeah, that's what he's going to do. So this is one thing that I this is one part of the anime that I really liked, especially in the previous previous season, the whole section where Fels, like I said, explains the whole becoming a hero means becoming a hypocrite thing. And this is so true for, I feel like, not only this show but every shonen anime. I feel like this is so true, it's so true. Every shonen anime, becoming a hero is actually becoming a hypocrite, because you can bring up a lot of counter arguments to a lot of things that the heroes do in these shonen animes. And if you want to, they're saving certain people, I could say, what about the hero, what about the villains that are fighting you? They, once upon a time, they were also people who were who were good people. Circumstances forced them to become villains, and you're fighting them. So a hero in a shonen anime proclaiming that I'm going to save everyone is a big fat lie. Obviously you have to defeat villains to actually win, and those same villains were once good people. So you proclaiming you save every good people doesn't make make any sense here, because you're actually choosing certain characters to save, you're choosing certain characters to fight because they're villains. So this whole thing, like I said, if you start bringing up counter arguments, you can do that to everything in this world. You can bring a counter argument to it, so that defeats the whole purpose to it. So that is why, especially in shonen animes and shows like this, yeah, to become a hero, it is, you have to become a hypocrite in a lot of situations. In this show, for example, Bell proclaims that he is a hypocrite because he's fighting the monsters. He's picking certain monsters to kill while picking certain monsters to save. Just because Xenoses have their individuality, they have their own intelligence, he's saving them. That's basically what he's doing. While the same monsters, he's killing because they don't have intelligence, or they don't have thing, but both are monsters. So basically he's saving one group because they have intelligence and they have self-awareness, while killing the other group, which in itself is kind of hypocritical if you think of it. But he has to do it because obviously he cannot save everyone. He's not God, he can't do that. So yeah, he needs to choose, and to do that, to become a hero, he needs to become a hypocrite. And I like how the anime itself kind of establishes the fact that Bell himself knows that very well, and he's ready to become that hypocrite if it means that he can become a hero. And yeah, he is going to do that. So I feel like every shonen anime actually needs to kind of do this, kind of establish the fact that all the main characters in the shonen shows knows what they're doing is kind of like a hypocrisy in some way or the other, but still they're going to do it because they're a hero. That's the thing. I feel like every shonen anime should do this. It'll be very interesting in my opinion. Because I've seen a lot of people kind of say kind of have this gripe about shonen anime, oh, they're doing this, but it's kind of hypocritical. But yeah, that's the whole point of being a hero. You are a hypocrite if you are a hero. You're choosing people to save and this and that. You cannot save everyone. So yeah. Anyways, that's one thing I loved about the previous season. This season as well, they kind of brought that up, and I like that. Anyways, Bell kind of proclaims, says that, and he knows what he's doing. So there you go. So next we get have food and everything, they were having food. Lily and Welf are kind of talking, and Lily talks about how Bell is kind of so strong, and he's going so far ahead of them, and she's feeling left out behind. And Welf says you're getting cold feet or something, I'm going to go with Bell. If you want to, you can try catches. And Lily kind of gets her vigor back again. She's like, no, I'll also be helpful, this and that. Oh boy. Now after seeing all of this happening, Aisha kind of notices how Bell just being there, is kind of kind of motivating everyone and everything. It's not a bad way. He's not doing anything particularly. He's just it's just staying there with them, and him being there, his mere presence there is motivating everyone, and everyone's just following him and all, which she kind of thinks about that is basically being a hero. It's kind of like a hero. Now I'm not sure if this is canon, but this is a thing. This is a gacha game on Danmachi. I think it's called something. I forgot the name. Memoria Freeze, I think. Yeah, Memoria Freeze. I used to play the game before. I don't play it now because I don't have much time. Memoria Freeze has had a lot of interesting stories, I have to say, which is kind of tied to the Danmachi universe. And there's a few months I played it, and I think the mini side stories and everything from the light novel are actually kind of in that game. They kind of bring it up and everything, and it's some original scenarios written by the author. So one such story was the past of the past, the previous generations, and we actually get to see Bell's previous life. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows his main his strength is called Argonaut, and how he loves the story of Argonaut. And in the previous life, we actually see that he was himself was actually Argonaut, which means he was a hero. And I'll be honest, I loved the story so much. Like, you know, that like brief moment that I played that game, Memoria Freeze, that story was happening of the like the past lives of, like, you know, Belle. And there's a lot of character involved in it, you know, like Ice was there. What was her name, the girl who's always with Ice, the orange haired girl, the one who doesn't like Belle, you know, that girl, I forgot her name. You know, she was there. Fun fact, she was actually Belle's sister, you know, I think. Yeah, in the past, like, you know, that thing, that story that we had, she was actually, I think, Belle's sister or something like that. And there's a lot of things, and it had a really good story. I thoroughly enjoyed myself playing the story. There was a lot of character involved in it, you know. And like in that story, we see how Belle is actually the hero Argonaut. And there you go. So basically what Aisha is saying here is kind of true in a way. Belle himself is a hero, even if it's not from this life, it's from the past life. I'm not quite sure if that's canon, that story is canon. If it is canon, then that would mean that, yeah, you know, he's actually the reincarnation of Argonaut. And I'm pretty sure everyone, like, you know, kind of realized that, because there have been multiple, like, you know, hints of in this show, of which kind of hints him being Argonaut in this, like, in the previous life or something like that. So yeah, anyways, I kind of went on a different, like, you know, second thing, but either way, like, you know, like Aisha was kind of thinking of that. Now then they have, like, you know, the dinner, and we get to see how Cassandra's a little bit concerned about the water that they're using. And Aisha says, like, don't worry, like, you know, in the lower layers there's a lot of water, you can get a lot of clean water, so you don't have to worry. Now we get to see more of Haruhime and Mikoto, them kind of doing the dishes and them talking with each other. And here Haruhime talks about how she feels like she's being a hindrance to everyone, while Mikoto says, like, don't worry, we'll save you. But I feel like that doesn't take, like, you know, like, the thing about this situation is Haruhime wants to be useful, just like Lily has had that kind of a situation where she felt that she's being left behind. I'm pretty sure that Haruhime is also feeling the same thing. And Mikoto saying that I'll protect you doesn't help that fact, I feel like. Obviously she's like, you know, she's happy about that, and she's, like, you know, very thankful about that. But the problem here is not that. The problem here is she wants to actually be useful in battle. But at the same time, you know, like, she's like a pure supporter, buffer. So she needs to be protected all the time. She does not have any offensive abilities or something like that. And that's where she is actually being a little bit concerned and kind of feeling down. So yeah. Anyways, next we get to see Belle and Welf, you know. What's the name of the knife? Hakuden or something? Hakuen? Oh, wait a minute. What was the name? Okay, here's the part. Hakugen. Okay, Hakugen. So Hakugen, Welf is asking how is it, like, you know, holding up, and Belle is like, it's really good, very amazing. It's made from unicorn, like, you know, materials, horn. So that's why it's so good. And Welf kind of jokes about how Lily was mad that he's giving only Belle, like, preferential treatment. And like the yeah, thing about the knife also comes in, like the knife that Hestia bought for Belle, you know, that's going to grow alongside with Belle. And the debt which she's still, like, you know, doing part-time job and little by little actually paying it off for the Hephaestus Familia. And Belle asks that knife was made from mithril, wasn't it? So, okay, now a few things that Wells says here are interesting. He says, like, not only is it a AC material to work with, but it also has a high magic conductivity. It's one of the best Ignos you got. But even though it transmits magic well, that doesn't mean it can be magically empowered. The blade will just disperse any magic that you try to imbue it with. Okay. So it has high magical conductivity, but it cannot store any of it. So basically, if you give magic to it, it's just going to conduct it outside. It cannot store it. That's basically this knife. I was thinking, like, maybe he was thinking about actually, like, you know, like, they're in the lower layers, like, you know, maybe they can find some kind of a mithril vein or something, like, you know, some kind of an ore where they can get the material, and maybe he can help Hestia pay off the debt even more quickly. But I don't know. Anyways. And I don't even know if there's like any mithril vein here or vein here. So no clue. Now next we get to see Daphne and Lily. Lily thanking Daphne of helping her out with like like the strategies and everything. And Daphne acknowledges how Lily is very intelligent, strategical, and he can actually lead very well as a leader. But she's also kind of concerned about the lower layers, because the lower layers you don't know what's going to happen. It's like it's like full surprise. Like, so yeah, it will be a little bit difficult to do your leadership over there. And sometimes you may need to have to make very fast and very abrupt and sometimes maybe very hard decisions. And then we go to Chigusa and Cassandra. Cassandra's again warning everyone. She's like, oh my god, like, I'm getting these dreams, these prophecies of weird green moss just growing on everyone, spreading. What should we do? But Chigusa's like, oh please let me sleep. Moss, okay, fine, we'll see that. And she just falls asleep. And Cassandra's like, ah. And like, here's the thing, like, what can you even do even if you know what's going to happen? Like, you don't know when that's going to happen. So yeah, you just need to be ready for it. I feel like Cassandra's prophecies are helpful, obviously, but at the same time, like, I don't think you can do anything by just knowing about it, because everyone knew Cassandra warned every one of them about the moss thing, and later on we see what happens, and her prophecy came true, obviously. But at the same time, even if you knew about it, what can you do? How do you even know what's going to happen? So there you go, like, nothing you can do about it. Now Aisha is like kind of keeping an eye. Then a bell comes in, switches, and to keep an eye on everyone. And here Aisha kind of gives him a little heads up. She says, like, the farther down you adventure, the clearer you'll come to realize how brutal and insane the dungeon really is. Okay. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to go keep moving forward. All right, the next day morning, 25th city, the water city, they they arrive. All the falls, the great falls are there, like the water is flowing down. And here they explain how the water actually goes from floor 25 to floor 27 directly. So unless and until you probably can fly, you should not kind of go much kind of look at it, because you might fall. And as soon as you fall, you'll probably die, unless and until you know how to fly. So there you go. So they start kind of moving down. I love how Cassandra's just hugging the wall. Oh my god. Oh boy. And they're just moving down and everything. And they see the water flowing and how there might be monsters in it and all that. Now they know what they have to farm here, like a few blue crab shells, whatever, some other materials, this and that. And they have like a prerequisite of I think going towards the 25th floor, like just like in video games, like there's like 3 tasks. I'm guessing one of the tasks was like go up till floor 25, and then another one was gather some blue crab shells or whatever, and then there were a few other tasks. So the prerequisite condition of going till floor 25 has been completed, so that's over. That's why Lily said that I think we should not get too cocky and go more deeper. Like, we should like floor 24 is like a rest stop. We're here at floor 25. We should try and go to floor 26 and then come back to floor 25, 24, just like rest a little bit, and maybe the next day we'll go even further, something like that. She says, like, that's like what she wants to do. Where is that part? There you go. Where is it? For the rest of our expedition, I suggest we use campground number on the 24th floor from yesterday as a base, and come down here each day to gradually explore the 25th floor. So there you go, like that's what I said. And Bill is like, all right, fine, no problem. And now here Lily talks about, like, I was thinking, like, it's like not a new design. the logos that were in their clothes. And she talks about how that is like actually the Undine's cloth to help protect against water-based attack. So I love the fact that how Lily just brings up the whole cost situation, how much it costed, to buy those equipments and everything. So she wants everyone to pull their weight and actually earn the money that they actually cost to make these materials and these clothings. Okay, and then comes the blue crabs and they fight a little bit and get a little bit of the blue crab materials. And all right, Aisha warns them of if they fall into the water, it'll be crazy. They'll just go rushing somewhere. The current is going to take them somewhere. It's going to bash their head and die. And even if that doesn't happen, the monsters there will probably just wait until you get tired and then attack you all at the same time. So it's a very bad situation if you fall into the water. So be careful. And I was so much freaking out whenever I saw them all just walking past the edge. Like I guess Aisha and all of them are fine. They're used to it. Haruhime was freaking me out. Like she was just walking past the edge, and I'm like, what are you doing? And obviously, disaster strikes. A huge fish monster comes up, almost trying to gobble down Haruhime. Mikoto and Aisha comes in and just destroys them. And Mikoto kind of says how she promised that she'll protect Haruhime and all that. Now they look at the other side and they come across what are those called? The corals? Under coral. There you go. And here Wells says how those very rare materials, Hephaestus family will pay a lot for it. So we should go to the other side and grab it. Lily obviously is not happy about it. Lily's like, what the hell, you're almost going to die a few seconds ago and you want to go to the other side of the water. And Wells is like, well, those actually cost a lot of money, and sometimes they also contains pearls. So it's like 2 to 3 million what's the currency in this show? Just a sec. Okay, I cannot find what's the currency in this show. Anyways, 2 million, the currency unit, whatever. I knew the currency, I forgot about it. Anyways, now Mikoto and Belle go towards the other side and starts taking in the corals. And at first, obviously, like I said, Lily was at first not happy about it, and Lily was like, all right, let's go. Money. Money, we can always do with some more money. And she's so happy because one of them has a pearl in it. And Mikoto tries to go cross to the other side with the corals, but in comes a huge fish from the upside of the thing. And here Bell was going to use his firebolt, I'm guessing, but seeing how Mikoto handled it, Mikoto just kicked it out, kind of somersaulted and kicked it in the chin. And after that, Bell saw that. Bell stopped his firebolt and just went in and bashed it. And this was actually what Takemi Kazuchi taught Mikoto, and the martial art and everything. So there you go, she used that, and that was pretty handy here. Now the coral is Valis. There you go, that's the currency. So they found a really good material. It's like 3 million Valis or something. It's very expensive. So yeah, they're rich, and this kind of explains how high adventurers are so rich, because it's like they have these kind of rare materials growing here and there, and they can easily make a good amount of money if they just go there and get these things. And we go to Aina a little bit on the surface, and Aina's kind of thinking about Belle and all that, and she's thinking about how few people are kind of getting missing, and there's quests on that. Search parties are going to the lower fold trying to find them out. And she talks about how Mr. Lewis and Mr. Dormul were also heading there for a search. And with those two characters we saw, the yellow-haired guy, the blonde guy, and the other guy with the armor, the one we saw in the previous episode where Belle came to talk to Aina, that those two guys, I think. Yeah, And obviously, like, then we go back to the dungeon and they're walking, and I knew like somehow or the other they'll probably meet those two, here in this like in the dungeon, because otherwise why would they bring them up suddenly? Now they're going little by little, and here Belle and everyone realizes that someone is in front of them. In comes Luvis, I think that's his name, and she's like bloody and everything and falls down almost unconscious. Behind him is, from the opening I thought that was a minotaur. No, it's not. It's not a minotaur. It's like I think Belle called them like the enhanced species. It has like a weird combination. It looks like a minotaur. It's like horns and everything, big person, like big monster, but it has like a face of a troll or something like that. It's like a weird thing. And okay, so they start fighting. This thing is strong and intelligent as well. It's actually kind of like using strategies for battle, and everyone kind of goes and tries to help Belle, but you know Luvis is trying to warn them. He's like, don't go much further, he's like, come back, like don't fight it. And this thing, it starts shooting out big things from his, from its body, like some big thorn kind of thing. Like it's like huge, like metal rods or something. I don't know what those were, and just shooting them. And thankfully, Belle and everyone went to like behind like a cover. Oka has his like not Oka, sorry, Welf has his like shield and everything. But damn, the sounds that we're making is coming in high velocity, and even the rocks were getting destroyed completely. Chiusa got hit, and oh my god. So, and like I said, this thing is intelligent, because as soon as it hits and it sees that the ammunition or whatever is gone, it goes into the darkness to probably wait for them to actually wear down and then fight again. And like obviously, and we cannot follow them in the darkness because that'll be even more dangerous. So we can't do, we're just sitting ducks here. So it just shoots all the things, just goes away in the darkness, like waiting for their time when we are either distracted or when we are weak. Then it'll strike again probably. So yeah, now we see what happened, what those were things were actually are. Weird plant things kind of starts coming out of Chigusa's body and also Luvis's body as well. And there you go, the prophecy. Cassandra's prophecy of weird moss things actually covering us, it came true. So yeah, we'll see. And I don't know, like I'm thinking of what we can do here. Like we don't have a healer here, do we? Like I guess you could say Haruhime. I don't think Haruhime is a buffer. She's not a healer. Lily is a healer, I think, isn't she? Or am I mistaken? I think Lily's the one who can only do some kind of healing spell or something like that. Oh, Cassandra is a healer. I forgot. Yeah, Cassandra. Cassandra is a healer. Cassandra is a healer. Lily, I think, can do normal first aid or something like that. Haruhime, maybe she can also do a little bit of stuff like that. But I don't think there's anyone who could probably purify them. Like I feel like this is like this situation where like these weird moss things are coming out of your body. Instead of a healer, they need like some kind of a purifier, like like another person who like purifies the curses and everything, like stuff like that they do, like a debuffer. I'm guessing you. No, not a debuffer. What am I saying? Like a person who can like take away the curses or like the poison, that type of a thing, that type of a yeah, you could say a debuffer, your party debuffer who just debuffs the negative effects from your party, like that kind of a thing. You need someone like that. So like normal healing spells won't work, it'll just heal you. Like other thing it cannot do. You need to extract the thing from her. So I do wonder what they're going to do after this, because it's like in the middle of the dungeon, we don't know what to do, and we can't even go back quickly. It's like 24 or 25 floors we have to go up. So even if we start going back now, I don't think it'll be possible to go back quickly. So they need to do something here, and I hope they have like provisions, they have brought stuff that can actually be used to treat that guy and Chigusa, but we'll see. So yeah, that was it. That was my reaction to episode number no, episode number 2, sorry, 4. Episode number 2 of Danmachi season 4. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Danmachi season 4. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.